How's your day going so far?
Going great. It's amazing. And nice to meet you. And thanks for having me.
Likewise. Well, Rubicon, the new latest and greatest project that we're allowed to know about, because somebody like yourself, there could be 5 projects, but Variety didn't announce it. Therefore, we're not allowed to know. But when did you actually finish Rubicon?
Gosh, I think we delivered, gosh, sometime in the summer. I don't remember, but definitely like a few months ago, or yeah, I would say 2 to 4 months ago. It's all about, I have no sense of time since COVID. I really don't.
You're not the only one. Well,
Yeah.
Obviously it's a TV special as opposed to a regular series episode, so it's longer, and you have some great names attached to this one that were in prior things like Natasha Lyonne, etc. But how long did it take to helm a special versus a regular episode?
The delay in doing it wasn't really anything about production. Like the specials, so the show is usually 11-minute episodes and the special's 22 minutes. So it's basically like doing 2 episodes. But it just took a while because it was just this strange time where you know, all the mergers with these companies and the head of Adult Swim had left, and then COVID happened, and it was, nothing was bad. There were just lots of delays, and it was a very it was drawn out, but the funny thing was everything went smooth. It just took a while.
So are you thinking further ahead? And you don't have to give me an exclusive or anything, but the brand's not over, right? The door is open.
Look, I want to do more for sure. It's all up to Adult Swim. It's all up to Warner Discovery Media.
Now, in this case, writer, director, etc., did you know outright that you want to direct this special?
Yeah. I usually direct my stuff, you know.
Well, you're one of those creatives that has a trillion job titles besides Cheeseburger and your musical past. So sometimes people get to that level where they go, I'll delegate, I'll produce, but not direct.
I mean, if we were doing like a big season or something, sure. But like, yeah, since again, it was only 22 minutes. So it was like, it's hard to get into numbers, but yeah, I mean, it didn't, you know what? Yeah, it was only one special. So it wasn't like a crazy production schedule.
Were you able to simultaneously work on other projects at the same time?
I actually was, God, this is actually crazy. There was this big stretch during COVID where I wasn't finding work, and we were waiting to start the special. And I actually, it's like almost like all the crap hit the fan. Yeah. I was working on 3 jobs at once. I was working on Ballmastrz. I was working on I was storyboarding and designing this Your Pretty Face animation thing that came out, and I was working on an internal thing I can't talk about at Warner that I hope happens. It was really cool, but it was literally like this crazy thing where like, oh my God, they're all happening right now. But I guess it's COVID. I'm just living in my apartment. I'll just do them all, be like a crazy workaholic, you know?
So Warner's been pretty good to you. You've been pretty good to Warner. That's what I'm hearing.
I have a good relationship with them, yeah. Because it's like, you know, Adult Swim, and then, you know, yeah, they're all kind of the same. How do I say this? It's strange now. They're all the same company in a way, but I mean, it's still a bunch of different studios, but it's kind of the same place.
It's only a matter of time before you're animating for AEW, All Elite Wrestling, as well.
I hope so. I love wrestling.
just figure it's all in the Warner family. But hey, back to you. Music. Anything coming up on that front from you?
No, I love music, but I'm not really in a band anymore, and I don't play, but I like to, you know, in the special we had a cool song, and it was Joe Wong, who does, he did the music in Super Jail and in Ballmastrz, and this guy Morgan Phelan, who used to be in a band, Diamond Knights, and he sings with Justice and Kavinsky and some of these electronic stuff. We're all still friends, but I don't personally make music anymore. I wish I did.
One of these days you'll get a publishing deal that makes you do the theme songs, and by default you're the new Haim Saban.
I'm too old now to do music, I think. I'm not cool enough. I don't know what the kids like.
Well, theme songs never go out of style, hence Too Many Cooks, another Warner gem right there. Yeah. But what I've established so far is there's more happening. We can't know about all of it just yet. Music's on the back burner, but you're busy.
Yeah, but yeah. Well, look, I'm psyched for this special to come out, and I hope people like it, because I want, the number one thing I want to do is more Ballmastrz. So I want people to know that.
And then the last thing that I want to know before I let you go is, in doing my research, Super Jail is what basically changed direction for you from being, a person who'd work on a thing like Daria and the MTV stuff in the background to actually calling the shots, creating the stuff, and people seeking out your projects. When you started creating Super Jail, did you know it was that good? Did you know it was the career changer?
Well, it wasn't like that. It was more like I'd always wanted to do a show, but it's like I was pitching shows for a long time and just never happened. And what happened was I made this short film called Bar Fight, and Adult Swim saw it and they called me, and it was basically like, hey, you should make a show kind of like this. And that's how that happened. So making that short kind of was the game changer. And then Super Jail happened. And I tell people this a lot, like people will be like, how do you pitch a show, or how do you make something? And I'm always like, listen, you can pitch shows all the time, but you should really make your own work, because you'll own it. And if it's good, people will come to you and they'll want to see it, try to get it in festivals, put it online. That's how people are going to discover you. Like, I mean, I know you have to pitch sometimes, but making your own work is the best way to get attention, because, if you want to be a filmmaker, make a film. If you want to be a writer, write. Like you do it and you become that,
So it sounds like your work with Cheeseburger and the indie rock music scene is what schooled you to be able to be a successful show creator.
Well, I don't know about that. The band was really fun, but yeah, maybe.
Paltrocast.